special day for appreciating the persons who look after the cows. Special day for understanding the significance of looking after the cows. Understanding that by looking after the cows, and when we say cows, we include the Brahmins, the elders, the children and the ladies. When these are all protected, then religious principles are protected. And when these are abused, as in Kali Yuga, then religious principles do not exist. Maybe in show, but nothing more. So it was on this day that Krishna was first given charge of the cows, and after worshipping the cows and worshipping the new cowherd boys, means those who had come of age to start looking after the cows, then they set off towards the forest. At that time, Nanda Maharaj, Yasoda, Rani, Devaki, Rohini, and all of the senior personalities, and all of the Gopi girls, they were very much grief-stricken. Pleased in one sense that, Krishna is taking out the cows, he's following in the footsteps of his father, but grief-stricken that our Krishna is going off to the forest, he's not even wearing shoes, has no umbrella, and we won't see him for the whole day. So as Krishna started to proceed forward with the cows and his friends, all of the residents of Vrindavan underground, they started to follow. They couldn't bear the separation, so a few times Krishna stopped and requested them that you cannot all come. We have to take the cows out. It has always been done. This is our system. We're Vaishyas and we look after the cows. So you please. So many times this happened that they started and the elders and gopis were following and crying, and again Krishna would come back and pacify them. And eventually they got to enter into the forest, and as they did, they felt such a freedom from the restrictions of the parents and others. They started to leap with joy. They started to chase after the cows, and instantaneously the whole forest started to bloom. All the flowers started coming out, all the different types of birds started to sing. After all, one of Krishna's names is Madhav. Wherever he appears, spring is there. As they were entering the forest, Krishna's dear Brahman friend and his chief advisor on how to conduct his pastimes, he looked up in the sky and said, what is going on? Something very inauspicious. And Krishna said, what? He said, just look, there's some man up there in the sky. He's got eyes all over his body. And he started chanting some mantras. Get out of here. Of course, that was Lord Indra. Then he saw there's another man with 4 heads on a big swan. He started saying to Krishna, what is going on? How comes these chanted some mantras, and Brahma also flew away. And there was another one with 5 heads, snakes around his neck, ashes all over his body, necklace of skulls. Immediately started chanting mantras, and he went off. So the demigods, they had come to witness the pastimes, but actually they can only witness to a small degree. When they enter into the dense forests, Vrindavan, Kamban, Talavan, all the forests around Govardhan Hill, then they're not able to witness. At that time, Krishna feels complete freedom to enjoy with the cowherd boys all kinds of pastimes. This day is also the day when the Dhenukasura was killed. Actually in the morning, the puja was done, then they went off to Vrindavan forest, and we find in the Krishna book that Krishna is glorifying Balaram. So this took place first, and they spent much time in Vrindavan forest. And then some of the cowherd boys started saying to Krishna and Balaram that not far from here, actually they were at Govardhan by that time, but not far from here is the forest of talas, tala fruits. But unfortunately there are some demons there who don't let us pick those fruits. So please let us go there and enjoy. So off they went. When they arrived there, they started using little slings to shoot unlucky fruits and bell fruits into the trees to make those tala fruits fall down. They started shaking the trees, and they were enjoying picking up those tala fruits. And the cows were enjoying eating all the nice grasses there. And then of course the Dhenukasura along with his friends started to come and attack, and Balaram just took care of him by flicking him away. This Dhenukasura represents making decisions by blunt judgment, just blindly. So we should be very careful of that. But we should try to analyze each situation, understand each situation, and judge according to the time and circumstance. Anyway, today is a very special day to do service to the cows, and we should actually take the opportunity. But we should also dedicate in some way to take up some regular service to the cows. A part of that service is to go out and sing the glorifications of Krishna, encourage everyone to come back home to Godhead, to become cowherd boys and cowherd girls, and join Krishna in his most intimate pastimes. But at the same time, we must actually try to make some arrangement for the cows to be looked after nicely, so the entire population of the world can see the importance of looking after the cows.